Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video on Solana. Wanted to give you my thoughts, wanted to do a quick update. Yesterday, overall, we were relatively bearish. In the morning, I was as well. We had some bearish momentum right here, but in the end, this bearish breakout turned out to be a fake out. All right, so overall, if we just purely technically talk about Solana right here, we are still bearish, all right? Because you can see that we're making lower highs right here. You could almost say that we are in some sort of a channel like this. It doesn't really fit, but you could say that. And that's still the case. And if you look at Solana and if you look at the momentum that Solana has, we're seeing some increases here, but it's not rallying, all right? So there's not a huge amount of momentum coming into Solana right now, which would indicate that we are bullish, all right? We're making bullish moves. I think it's possible after this fake out right here. I think it's possible to recover and get some bullish momentum, but we do need some confirmation, all right? So that's what I wanted to talk about. First of all, of course, with Solana, we need to talk about some fundamentals, all right? There's no other way that we can talk about Solana, because I do actually think it matters. And if you look at the success rates right now, it's still not great. I mean, it's better than it was yesterday evening. It's really getting towards that 50-50 mark, but that shouldn't be the case. All right, for the second biggest network in the entirety of crypto, 50% of the transactions should not fail. I don't think that's a hot take or anything. That's just the truth. And fundamentally, look, you see daily transactions spiking here and daily active addresses are fine, but Solana doesn't have the momentum it used to have, all right? We used to be growing exponentially in March, and since the beginning of April, that has been dropping down a bit. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that we cannot turn relatively bullish here, or that doesn't mean that we cannot get some bullish moves here. But in general, for me, that does set the tone, all right? There's still a ton going on Solana, and there's still a lot of money to be made. However, it's not as strong as it used to be. That's the most important part. And at this point in time, what's also true is that, all right, Solana has shown some bullish momentum here. But it's very much also because of Bitcoin. I mean, if Bitcoin was not bullish, Jasmine would have definitely gotten a bearish breakout here and dropped down lower. So in the end, that doesn't matter. I mean, we don't need to look at Bitcoin. I think in general, if we look at Solana right now, and I think we'll get an answer to this very, very soon, the most important level is like 177. You can see that historically, that's actually quite a respected key level. But it's also the trend line here, and breaking above that would be enough confirmation to at least assume that we'll consolidate and that will stay in this area. Between 170 and like 188. That's beautifully drawn. But that we can stay in this level, and that is what we'll see today. All right, I would say, I mean, if you look at Bitcoin and you assume that it's very correlated, I think Bitcoin looks good. I think Bitcoin looks much more bullish than bearish. So I would say, and we're also, I mean, Solana already got some confirmation here as well, right? I mean, you can see that we actually got a bullish breakout here above this level, for example, and retested that. But then you can also see that we have a 200 EMA around 177. So over the course of today, what will happen is that Solana will test that level. If we can actually break above that, which due to the market circumstances, I think it's most likely, then we can rally back up to 188. I don't see any reason why we would break above that level. It's possible, but we need much more open interest. But this seems most likely, but I do want you to be careful, all right? Because if Bitcoin turns around here, first of all, Solana will not break above 177. And second of all, then we can still, right now the structure is still bearish, all right? So if Bitcoin starts to fall soon, then that will just mean that Solana will continue that bearish momentum and bearish market structure into 160 and 155. So that actually seems most likely, all right? This is most likely. That doesn't mean that I think you should short Solana. I just think that you need to be prepared for that the most, all right? But those are my thoughts, all right? I think this is most likely. I think we have a good chance to break above 177. I said that I thought the breakout above 177 was most likely earlier in this video. So that's a bit confusing, but what I tried to say is that you should prepare most for this, all right? Especially given the fact that Bitcoin is at resistance. So those are my thoughts. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments, of course. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.